Finally got this.
Why do you call me EL, bro?
We
Because that's how I
finally
spell.
got this nigga
Is it Aqua
here.
L?
It's Aqua L. There's no dot.
Man, this nigga, there's no dot.
There's no dot.
On your page, there's a
It's
dot,
Aqua.
bro.
Dot.
EL.
No L.
Aqua L.
This is a fucking honor for
Why you
L.
twanging on that
Real.
shit, dog? Come on,
Bro, man, it's an honor to have you, bro. Shout out to what you're doing, bro.
Pleasure's all yours, Brody.
What are we recording on tonight, bro?
Some beats from Zimbabwe, Brody. We African and that shit. We keeping it on a traditional level.
Blackout.
It's the 25th of September, so you know
it's blackout?
heritage.
Yeah, my nigga Blackout.
Blackout.
Blow wire in the
Yeah.
building.
That's what's
Fuck
happening
to
right
blackout.
now. That's what's happening, yeah.
And you finna get smoked, right?
I don't know, man. I'm always still water. I don't try to smoke dudes. I just rap. 'Cause I love rapping.
You know the vibes is gonna come, bro. It's gonna be on the Apex Predator project, produced by my nigga Houdini and a couple of other producers that will be breaking down when the project drops.
Yes, sir.
Finally got this nigga in here, man.
Houdini with the sweaty palms.
We're gonna
this
step
shit-
into the show. We don't even have a name for the song, bro.
That shit is actually
I don't
getting
think
mixed in
this track is-
Singapore, bro. I think
Yeah.
we should put that shit out.
What?
Oh, it's getting
Put
mixed
it
with
out there.
Singapore?
Yeah,
This
that
is
shit is
international,
getting-
baby.
it's
International.
Shout out to my nigga Rushmore, OG actually, bro. Shout out to
I
the
ain't no
OG,
OG for
man.
real.
Nigga, shout out to what you're doing, man. But yeah, we're gonna step into the studio session, Tough Jam Entertainment, Hip Hop 411, Silverbacks, until all of that, all of that. Man,
Aqua L.
We got
Aqua
silver
L.
1754.
backs, bro.
Listen, if you think and if you tossing weight of hate in this direction, you don't give a shit. We just work.
Boom, nigga.
That's it.
On some Kung Fu Panda shit, everything just, you feel me, son? You know the vibes, man. It's your boy Kriss, AntiB to the B, man.
You know the vibes, B.
Blackout. Let's get it. Like I always tell niggas, like a lot of not OG, but like a lot of niggas born in the 80s, baby, like in early 90s. We talking about like Ancient Fire now, or Ancient Fire been dropped in the past 10 years. And then this is when I come into the shit, because a lot of these niggas that say that claim to be hip hop heads, and being a hip hop head means that you have to be a digger too. So if you're not digging, you're not really a hip hop head. And when I'm talking about digging, niggas know, bro. You don't gotta be a vinyl collector to be a digger. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so if you're telling me ain't shit dropped in the past 10 years, it means you haven't done, because there's mad shit that's fire that's dropped locally
shit.
alone. Locally alone.
I said this I think last year when I think Osmic said that people are not putting in work, and I said, dude, I know of 30 rappers. This is just the ones that I like literally got.
That you know.
That
personally.
I know that I was like, yo,
What's
these
that?
dudes have dropped fire records. So imagine of the kids that I don't even know about.
Yeah.
You know, right now I've heard music that I was like, dude,
What
this
the
is so
fuck?
amazing.
Right.
You know, so people are putting in work. I think it's just the construct of our industry that really fucks shit up in terms of putting people on exposure,
Yeah.
plugging people in, believing in ourselves, making this entire industry big enough for a Lymphatic Tabs to get bread,
Yeah.
a Stogie T to get bread,
Yeah.
a Nasty C to get bread,
Yeah.
a Casper to get bread, so everybody can get bread.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the ice too. And I feel like the powerful people that are like, I mean, when I say powerful people, I mean people in the culture that run things, that do a lot of like big things in the culture and all of that, you know what I mean? Are the ones that somehow almost like pushing that narrative so much that it's like, niggas do you even know what's going on in the streets anymore? Because these are people that birth the streets. I'm talking about people that birth the streets, and they're the ones talking about, yo, the Mapiano thing is the one that's taking over. And that's crazy. Shout out to the Mapiano niggas. Like, shout out to the Mapiano niggas, bro, because them niggas came from the mud. And they built something that the industry can't even control. Because if you, like, them niggas blow up out of TikTok, bro. You feel me?
Imagine, bro.
So where do all these manuals and formats of how to blow up come into play when you think of Mapiano? You feel me,
They
bro?
don't apply, 'cause
And
the season has changed.
the season has totally changed, bro. And I feel like in terms of hip hop, it's finally, I think there's a group of artists within, from producers to graffiti artists to producers to event organizers, like group of hip hop creatives that realize some of the mistakes that our OGs made, you feel me? And some of the mistakes that they made was not investing money into their shit first and foremost, not putting out enough work. When you think about it, like as somebody, like you're a very well versed, very intelligent cat, and you seem to understand like a lot of the business perspective of the game. You know what I mean? Outside of the lyricism and shit. As an independent artist, you know what I mean? Like, I'm asking this question because I feel like it's things that you want to apply as well because you're an independent artist, but you are very like well versed in terms of the game. So any nigga that might see this, I don't know what the fuck's gonna see this. Shout out if you see this, tag us. It's my nigga Aqua EL. I said it again. But on the real though, on the real. What do you think, like, independent artists in a nutshell? Of course, it's like you gotta unpack the whole thing. But in terms of independent artists, what do you think niggas should be doing and applying in terms of growing out of the mode of just being a dope rapper to being a dope artist and being a dope brand that people want to put money into? When I say put money into, is buy CDs, buy merch, book them for gigs that they want to pay them for, and this and the third.
I think the first thing is get your voice. Understand who you are. Understand who you are as an artist. What is it that you want to get? The second thing is understand the business aspect of it. Won't just be an MC, a rapper, or an artist, but be beyond that. Understand what contracts are about, right? The narrative behind contracts, the music business. Just understand that, and also understand the landscape that you're operating in, right? It's important for you to identify what is important in terms of how do you navigate through the shortcomings of an industry. Study your history. It's important. With rap music, you gotta study the history. Know who's Base Mental Platform. Know who's Fifth Flow. Know who's Pavement Special. Right? Know all these guys. Concentration.
Know your history. Yeah.
And
doesn't mean get stuck in the history, but know your history.
Know your history.
Yeah.
And once you understand the entire landscape, it's easy for you to then plot out, like, this is my route, or this is my route, this is where I'm going to go, this is what I'm going to apply, and so forth. So
yo, team, you got a light for me.
A lot of kids nowadays, what they do is that they just rap in their bedrooms, nice, record that shit, put it on SoundCloud, they blow up, but they never done the shit that we did. We were in the ciphers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's how niggas came up. That's the crazy part.
Reign of Terror.
I ain't saying that niggas gotta go back to the cypher situation.
They still have to.
You didn't just exactly right.
They still have to. Like if you study economics, or if you study maths at a very high level, you're still gonna go back. If you study psychology, you're still gonna go back.
Nigga, we still do calculus B.
You're still gonna go back to
you
Sigmund
need that
Freud.
shit.
It's like, yo, that's the dude that's like the forefather
of
the
psychology
father
and
of
all of that. Yeah.
You still gotta go back. So history is very, very important. And I feel like the dudes right now don't do their research. They don't do their history. All they want to do is disrespect, feel like they the main source right now because they got the style and drip and whatever, you know.
Because there's a lot of, sorry to get in there, because there's a lot of stuff that Cats was doing in the 90s and the 80s and stuff, like in terms of independent artists that rap hard or whatever, in order for them to get out there, like to get their product out there, selling records and being able to sell merch again, which is another, why I keep mentioning merch, because it's the one avenue a lot of niggas in the indie scene ain't realizing is very lucrative if you invest in it and put out good shit. You know what I mean?
Let me break it down for you, for the people that don't understand. Let's take Jay-Z as an example, right?
Yeah.
The money that Jay-Z is making is not a fraction of it is literally from music, but everything that he's making, probably 90% of what he's making is from everything else, which is business related. So hence I'm saying identify what it is that you like doing. If you want to rap and you just want to create music, that's cool. But if you want to be in the industry and you want to be a musician and you want to be part of that industry and you want to grow yourself, then you have to expedite it. Talking about merch, doing a lot of other things, collaborating with other people,
dropping vinyl and all of that.
Exactly. Like for instance, you gotta diversify that portfolio. Not just do one thing and be like, oh, I just rap. And then what happens? The record company fucks you up. Now you got a middle finger because you're angry and all of that, those things. Yeah. Now you got to be on social media trying to be like, oh, yo, these guys fucked me up. The music industry ain't shit. The music industry exists because it's a business, and they have a philosophy that they have to make a profit.
Yeah.
And that's
capitalism, bro. Like
you
can't say fuck capitalism and then have a problem with a capitalist system that you live in, that you keep perpetuating too. You know
exactly.
What I mean? Yeah.
It's like, for instance, a guy who comes up and be like, yo, fuck this white monopoly capital. This dude is sipping on bourbon.
I know. He's wearing Versace.
He's wearing Gucci and Versace.
Bro,
he's
like,
driving a Range
he's
Rover.
driving a-
I'm like,
dude.
but who owns these brands? They're white people.